Hello. The following video is titled Day of Action for Immigrant Rights. It was held on Saturday, January 14th, 2017. It began in City Hall, then we marched to the Federal Building, and then marched to Cesar Chavez Park. We joined with millions around the nation and around the world to declare that we will stand in the way of criminalization, mass deportation, and hatred. We are here to lift our voices to amplify the dignity and humanity of our community. Local protections for all immigrants. We are here to stay and not going anywhere. Defend DACA, which is the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. Enjoy the speeches, music, and pictures of the video. The video was done in collaboration with Mike Gonzalez and Joan Simon. Comments are always welcome. Thank you.
1, we are people. 2, 3, we want justice for all immigrants. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Get up, get down. There's a people's movement in this town. Maki baka! Wag matakot! Wag matakot! Maki baka! Maki baka! Wag matakot! Wag matakot! Maki baka! Ang tao, ang bayan! Ngayon ay lumalaban! Ngayon ay lumalaban! Ang tao, ang bayan! Ang tao, ang bayan! Ngayon ay lumalaban! Ngayon ay lumalaban! Ang tao, ang bayan! The people united! Will never be defeated! Will never be defeated! The people united! El pueblo unido! Jamás será vencido! Jamás será vencido! El pueblo unido! Mabu, mabu, mabu! Hay, hay, hay! Mabu, mabu, mabu! Hay, hay, hay! Mabu, mabu, mabu! Hay, hay, hay! Mabu, mabu, mabu!
Hi, hi, hi! A Prayer of Welcome by Sherry LeBeau from First Nations People.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Before I start my prayer, I would like for you to know that we who were born on this Western Hemisphere are indigenous. We were here before anybody else. We were here before Trump, that's for sure. Okay? Somos gente de la tierra. I grew up with that saying on my Mexican grandfather's words on his knee. And I grew up also on my Lakota grandfather's knee, hearing the sound of Mitakuyasa. We are all related. We are indigenous people of this Western Hemisphere. And we were here and we knew what the earth was about. We honored it, we took care of it, and we still do today. So I offer this prayer on behalf of all of the people of the Western Hemisphere. No, they are not going to deport any of us. They don't have that right. They didn't create us and they didn't create the earth. Mitakoyasi. Tukashila wakataka. I ask prayers, Tukasha, for each and every person here, that you watch over them, you protect them, Tukashila, you hear what's in their heart. I ask that you watch over those people that are trying to make those decisions. And shame on them, Tukashila. Not from us, but from you. You are the power, Tukashila. Wakataka. You made us, Tukashila. You made this earth and all the things that are on it. We need to honor that, especially the water. If Mr. Trump has his way, those pipelines that he is proposing, that he wants to continue, will go, and it will destroy our earth. It will destroy the water, which is sacred to us. All things that are on this earth are sacred to us, to Kasha. So I ask that you watch over each and every person, and each step that you take for justice. You do it in a prayerful, peaceful manner. That's why we are here to honor you, Takashila. Mitakoyase.
Paul Redundez from the Silicon Valley Workers Project.
The people are strong. But still we can be guided. We provide a clear lesson. For the questions undecided. We're divided by the issues. That's a call for alarm. But we're united by the misuse of the capitalist arm. People power. Turning cowards into street soldiers with honor. Because that which doesn't kill us is what's making us stronger. And no longer will we stand being tied like ropes while governing officials feed us with just hope. Feed us with just hope. There's a need for a change. Even now more than ever. And the only way we'll make it is by coming together. Our minds have the will and the knowledge to lead. But if we're not united, then we'll never succeed. Long live international solidarity. Long live international solidarity. Make some noise, everybody.
Welcoming the Raging Grannies.
So when you put your finger on your nose, it's because Trump's our friend, I do suppose. When you put your finger on your tush, it's because what we have is worse than Bush. When you put your finger on your hair, you pull on it, but don't despair. Fingers on your eyes, see the truth behind the lies. Let's get that part. Sing with us. Finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger in the air. Tell the world you're here to there. Put your finger in the air, in the air. Put your finger on your nose, on your nose. Put your finger on your nose, on your nose. Put your finger on your nose. Put your finger on your nose, on your nose. Put your finger on your tush, on your tush. Put your finger on your tush, on your tush. Put your finger on your tush, and what we have is worse than Bush. Put your finger on your tush, on your tush. Put your finger on your hair, on your hair. Put your finger on your hair, on your hair. Put your finger on your hair. Don't let it come despair. Put your finger on your hair, on your hair. Okay, now let's go. When you put your finger on your eyes, see the truth behind the lies. On your ears, stand together, face our fears. Cheek, this is an Obama quote. We are the change we seek. Chin, refugees we welcome in. And when you put it on your thumb, you work together against dumb. Okay, put your finger on your eyes, on your eyes. Okay. Put your finger on your eyes, on your eyes. Put your finger on your eyes. See the truth behind the lies. Put your finger on your eyes, on your eyes. Put your finger on your ears, on your ears. Put your finger on your ears, on your ears. Put your finger on your ears and together face our fears. Put your finger on your ears, on your ears. Put your finger on your cheek, on your cheek. Put your finger on your cheek, on your cheek. Put your finger on your cheek. We get change that we see. Put your finger on your cheek, on your cheek. Put your finger on your chin, on your chin. Put your finger on your chin, on your chin, on your chin. Put your finger on your chin. Refugees, we welcome in. Put your finger on your chin, on your chin, on your chin. Okay, we got Randy's got one verse for you. Put your finger on your wrist, on your wrist, on your wrist. Put your finger on your wrist, on your wrist, on your wrist. Put your finger on your wrist. We are old and we are pissed.
Ashkalra, California State Assemblyman.
We are not going to allow some crazy guy in D.C. and a party that is willing to get rid of health care and let people die dictate what happens to our residents. We're going to protect everyone in our state, everyone in our city. We're going to make sure that if they're going to come after our undocumented residents, that they're going to have to come through us. The day I got sworn in, I introduced two bills. One of the bills was to make sure we protect all of our undocumented students in every single public college and university in our state. And we're going to do that. Whether it's San Jose State, whether it's San Jose City, we should never have our students living in fear, learning in fear. And we're going to protect them. We're going to make sure they don't drop out, but they do the opposite. They empower themselves, educate themselves, and they continue to be part of the movement. And we're going to make sure that the federal enforcement, that they do not come onto our campuses, and if they do, we're going to make sure they're there and they don't harass our students. Now, the second bill that I proposed is to divest our pension funds from the company building the Dakota Access Pipeline. We know that that's part of another fight. And the reality is there's going to be a lot of fights that we're going to have to stand up for. And remember, if we're not standing up and defending ourselves, defending our families, defending our neighbors, there's no one else there. All we have is ourselves. All I have is all of you. And you have me. And we're going to fight together. We have to stay unified, not just to protect Californians. We have a role in protecting all Americans. We have a role in protecting all Americans, just like during the civil rights movement. Buses went down to the South to register voters. Buses from all over the country. We have to go wherever the fight is. We'll take the fight to them, and we'll protect our people. And so the last thing I want to say is on this weekend in which we recognize Dr. King, standing here in Plaza de Cesar Chavez, we have to remember that those that came before us had a much bigger and much harder fight. And they continued to fight. They were killed, they were imprisoned, and we have to be willing to suffer the same fate. If we don't have that sense of urgency, if we're not willing to put ourselves on the line, then we're not going to win these battles. But if we stay together, if we stay united, I know that this is going to be one more battle that we're going to win, and we're going to move our nation and ultimately the country and the world forward. And so I want to thank all of you so much for being here, because it all starts by being present. And right now, you are all present. For that, I'm grateful. Thank you.